Hello there, folks. These are the hands of me, Dan Brown, from a sort of interesting life.com, and today you're joining me for a quick look at what is in this box. So, this came from Amazon and is hopefully going to be a pink Lamy Safari rollerball pen, and, well, basically, just a pink version of this that isn't a fountain pen, I suppose. I've got a couple of pens over to the side to compare it with in just a second, but I suppose, without further ado, let's get stuck in. So, I think I'll just note here that I got this off of Amazon, and this little box, this cardboard box here, was flat folded down in the packet, so that kept it from being creased or crushed, so that was quite a nice touch. But I'm not sure, I've never had one of these boxes before. I don't know if that's specific to the retailer that I got it from, but I'll leave a link in the description to the exact listing that I bought this pen from on Amazon. And like I say, I'm not sure 100% whether, well, like I say, I've never seen one of those type of boxes before, but then again, I suppose a lot of pens I've bought have been actual sort of from real life shops and so on. Anyway, that's all boring detail. Let's actually look at this. So here we have the Lamy Safari Rollerball, and as you can see, exactly as predicted, it is very much like this. Now, this one is a Lamy Vista fountain pen, but the Vista is basically just another way of saying it's a see-through safari pen, really. So we'll have a look at that in just a second, but ultimately, like I say, I just want to do a really quick look at this. There's not too much to say. Absolutely love these pens. I'd say genuinely that this is one of my favourite pens of all time, and in fact, if I just disappear off camera and vanish into the room behind the camera, I'll keep talking to you. I don't know if this is all getting a bit echoey or weird, but I am finding my all-time favourite pen, which I take everywhere with me, and that is this. Far more minimal and far smaller than these Safari pens, but this is a simple ballpoint pen. This is the Cross Century Classic. So if we put all these next to each other for a quick look and comparison in just a second, we'll get back to that, but ultimately, yeah, there is your Lamy Safari in pink, and it's almost a slightly pastel pink. It's not like a bright sort of obnoxious day glow type of pink. But again, that's just a very quick look at the pen itself. I'll scribble on a piece of paper in just a second for you too. But if we put all these side by side, then you can see, and if we add in the Vista there, and then also the Parker IM fountain pen, I'm a big fan of pens and stuff and notebooks that some of you may have seen from the dozens of videos like this that I've done in the past. You can see that there, hopefully, that I might zoom in with the camera in just a second in the editing process. But you can see it's basically very much identical to the Vista and the Safari fountain pen, but obviously got the different tips there. And also, if we put that next to the Parker IM, that's not really much bigger at all, is it? I've got to say, I was expecting this to seem quite small next to it, but for some reason, I've massively underestimated the size of that. And equally then, if we put this next to the Cross Century Classic, you can see just how thin and small and minimal. That's why this is really, to me, the ideal pen to be able to take around with me and just generally have in my pocket with my little notebook setup that I use. I have a little Midori Traveller's notebook that I use as a wallet with a pen loop that stays in. So, suppose very quickly, what are we going to have a look at? Have I got some paper here? Yes, the back of my Narrowboat Diaries plan. Now, one of the things that I've liked is I bought my dad one of these in the past. It wasn't a pink one, admittedly. But one of the things that I was impressed with is how the ink is immediately dry. Yet, it's so smooth to write with, and it is so sort of... It seems such pure dark ink that it seems like it should be far wetter. Yet you can see that it's literally, well, I'll do this as quickly as I possibly can now, lying, and there's no smudging at all there. And it's I don't know, for me personally, I think it's probably because I come from using fountain pens quite a lot. It just seems to put so much ink down on the page, yet it's dry straight away. It's very rare that you have any smudging with these, unless maybe you're writing in the rain. Anyway, that's been a totally random look at some of these pens, and ideally, mainly, the focus should have been on that. I forgot to also add in the classic Bic Biro pen here. And again, you can see Well, that's another surprise there for me, that the biro is actually slightly longer. On that note, see what I did there? Writing notes. I will say thank you so much for watching. Check out my other videos for loads more bits and pieces like this about pens and notebooks. Feel free to also check out all my boat life videos that I've got up here. And until the next time, really, keep it pen worthy, keep it notebook worthy, keep it boat worthy, and of course, farewell.